Something's changing in Barcelona, not just the city, the club. It's not just the colours, or the badge, or the chants echoing through the Camp Nou. It's the feeling, the belief, the quiet sense that something special is being built again. In 2025, Hansi Flick surprised everyone. No one expected the German to walk in and walk away. With 3 trophies in his very first season, and he did it with just one major signing. He took the shell of a team Xavi left behind and turned it into the most dominant side in Europe. Now, with Real Madrid in transition and their new manager still adjusting, Barca smells opportunity. They want to dominate La Liga again, and they're backing Flick fully. The winger they needed. Even in a season of glory, there were cracks, and one of them was clear: depth on the wings. Enter Marcus Rashford. Just take a moment and think about it. Imagine telling someone a few years ago that United's golden boy, Marcus Rashford, wouldn't just leave Manchester. He'd leave England entirely, from 15th in the Premier League to the champions of Spain, from the grey clouds of Manchester to the golden sunsets of Catalonia. He wanted this move. He fought for it. He retweeted his own comps, liked Barca players' posts, gave subtle interviews. The man even took a pay cut. He was ready to bleed for Blaugrana. And now, Barca finally has a winger who can stretch the pitch, who can cut inside and create chaos. Rashford's not just pace, he's power, movement, intelligence. Remember what he did to PSG in the Champions League? He was electric, unplayable. And then Unai Emery took him off. Why? No one knows. But what we do know is that Rashford can still cook. Picture this: Rashford cutting in from the left, ball overlapping him at full speed. Defenders hesitate, one step wrong and Barca's in. That width, that unpredictability, it's what they were missing last year. The Rafinha shift. Rashford's arrival does more than add quality. It unlocks Rafinha. Under Flick, Rafinha thrived, especially when playing centrally. His runs, his intelligence, his chaos between the lines, they were elite. In the first 3 matches of last season, he played as a number 10 and he cooked. But because Barca lacked a true left winger, Rafinha had to move wide again. Now, with Rashford taking that space, Rafinha gets his freedom back. This isn't a winger being shoved inside. This is a playmaker reclaiming his throne, stretching the pitch again. Last season, Barca were devastating, but narrow. They attacked through the middle more than any other team in La Liga. 36% of their attacks came down the right, mostly through one man, Lamine Yamal. That kid was unreal. But it also meant the left was quiet, predictable. Teams packed the middle. Mallorca, Linares, those deep blocks with 11 men behind the ball, they were hard to break. Now, with Rashford pulling defenders wide, Balde overlapping, and Rafinha ghosting into zone 14, Barca become 3-dimensional again. What about Rashford's inconsistency? Yes, the criticism is fair. Some days, he looked like the best player in the Premier League. Other days, invisible. But at Barca, that's okay. He's not the man anymore. He's a piece, a dangerous one, but not the only one. Rafinha, Yamal, Pedri, Lewandowski. They're the ones carrying the load. Rashford, he's the spark off the bench, the chaos creator, the player who only needs one moment. Enter Rooney Bargaji. And on the other wing, Barca went into the lab again. They found something rare. Rooney Bargaji. The name doesn't ring like Neymar or Messi, not yet. But watch him for 5 seconds and you see it. A left-footed right winger, not explosive, not flashy, just smooth, effortless, elegant. You can tell he grew up on the streets, not in academies. You can tell he watched Messi. Not just the goals, but the dribbles, the glides, the soft touches in tight spaces. He's a street footballer with the mind of a playmaker. Not lightning fast, but slippery. He wriggles through defenders like smoke. He missed all of 2025 with a knee injury. That's the risk. But Barca paid pennies. And if he stays fit, this could be another Pedri situation. A global star, for pocket change. He's here to rotate with Yamal. Because truth be told, Yamal played too much last year. Over 4,500 minutes at 17. That's not sustainable. Bargaji lets Flick breathe. He lets Yamal rest. And when he plays, he entertains. He's not just a player, he's a highlight reel waiting to happen. In goal, a ruthless shift. For years, whispers surrounded Ter Stegen. Is he still elite? Can he be trusted in big games? Flick didn't whisper. He made the change. Joan Garcia, just 24, had kept Espanyol alive with miracle saves. And when you compare the data, it's not even close. More saves, better reaction rate, more crosses claimed, and, unlike Ter Stegen, he owns his box. This isn't just about quality, it's about attitude. Ter Stegen didn't want competition. He reportedly refused to travel to the Champions League second leg in Milan. A captain who stayed home. Flick saw that, and Flick said, "No more." Joan Garcia is young, brave, calm. He's fast off his line and fearless in the air. He doesn't just stop shots, he changes games. He's the keeper Barca needed, not just for today, but for the future. The return of Marc Bernal. Then, there's one more player. Not a new signing, but he feels like one. Marc Bernal. Tall, calm, smooth. Verprinted darts. The kind of defensive midfielder who makes you forget Busquets is gone. He started 2025 looking like a revelation, but an ACL injury stopped his rise in its tracks. Now, he's back, and his return could reshape Barca's midfield. Imagine a 4-3-3 with Bernal as the anchor, Pedri and Gavi free to float, oozing technique, pressing like wolves. He might be the most important signing of them all. A new era begins. This Barca team, it's young, it's ruthless, and most importantly, it's hungry. They've got a coach who turns water into wine. They've got depth, direction, and data on their side. And maybe, just maybe, they've got the perfect storm to take over Europe again. Welcome to Barca 2.0.